What's up, everybody? This is Chris from Tech Guru 365. I'm bringing you the first review of the page. This is going to be on the Samsung HT-C6600 DVD player / surround sound system. It's a Blu-ray player. Also has 3D capability, and it is Wi-Fi capability as well as Ethernet connection. This particular model I picked up at Best Buy as an open box item. It retails right now for just over $400 from Amazon and a few other places like Crutchfield. It is discontinued item, so it's very hard to find unless you find it from somebody who has it still in stock, but they are not making it anymore. So we're just going to get a look at the unit, some of its features, and some of the cool things about it. Let's go ahead and power it on with the TV. As it's powering up, I'll give you just a look at the front of it. As you power it on, it says hello. Right now it's on HDMI input 1. Right here is the front of it. And you can see the Blu-ray disc, which is right here. If you look at the top of it, it has all the buttons here. A little sound volume dial here. Turn it up and down just like that. Works pretty good. As like I said, it is 3D ready, so you can put 3D DVDs in it. A power button here, eject, function, rewind, stop, play, and fast forward. Now those are the only buttons on the front of the unit. All the other ones are going to be on the remote. Now because I did buy an open box item, I was unable to get the remote because they didn't have it. However, I did get another remote, a universal remote by Logitech, which is what I'll be using. Now, as we look at the front of it, we'll go ahead and eject it. You can see how it ejects there. I don't have anything in right now. I usually don't watch too many DVDs, just watch TV or some movies from my computer with my hard drive. Now, this is your home screen here. So, you got a general home screen. Now, most of the Samsungs are coming with this home screen, as long as they are a smart Blu-ray player, so this way they connect to the internet. You get Vudu, Hulu, Netflix, Pandora, news, or you can go to Internet TV, and there's a lot more apps in here. I believe there's games, there's things for kids and stuff like that. I usually only use Pandora. I'm not a big Netflix user. I know a lot of people are, as well as Hulu. Oh, we got an update here, so we're going to go ahead and update that. I haven't been on it too much, so don't really have the updates yet, but update goes pretty fast. I have Xfinity internet, so it's pretty quick. As far as the unit itself, I really love it. It's got a great sound to it, great surround sound system. It does come with 5 speakers as well as a subwoofer. As you can see here, this is the front speaker. It's got a little tweeter here in the middle, and then the 2 sound speakers. Down here we have another speaker. Tweeter on the top, bottom speaker here. These are the front speakers. They are designated as front ones. Another one over here, tweeter on top, and here's your subwoofer, which actually hits pretty hard being how small it is. There's a little speaker there, and then if you look back here, I got one speaker mounted on the wall here. It doesn't have a tweeter, but it's just the speaker itself there, and another one right over there behind the couch. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the home screen again, since it is done with the update. You can actually use Facebook on it as well. I got some of the things on here just for my apps. Like I said, I really don't use them. I know you can use YouTube, Weather Channel, News, Sudoku, USA Today, a few other things. There's a couple music apps. I'm going to go ahead into the Samsung's apps. Wait for it to load here. Now, it's kind of like an app store, so it's got what's new first. Then you can go into categories. You can go to your account. You can change your account. You can add money to it, so you can pay for them. Some of them are free. Most of the good ones are free, but like the app store, you got some that are a little bit more up to date that you pay for. Like this game here this is the free one, and this is the $1.99 one. So there's AOL. Golf, stuff like that, or you can go to video ones, which will have Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that, and Vemu, and Blockbuster and everything like that. So it's pretty cool. I don't use it too much because I do most of that on my computer. But I do know Netflix and Hulu work really good on it. They're just as good as they are on the PlayStation, everything like that. Now if you go to your games here, you can play games right on it. So it's pretty cool. It's a lot bigger than your regular computer screen. Well, depending on what TV you have. I have a 42-inch Philips LCD right now. And then you can go to sports, so you can get like a NBA app type deal, stuff like that. If you don't have any type of NBA package, so you can watch the playoffs throughout it, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that's if you pay for the app, if you don't get the free one. And then you go to information, which is like your news channel, weather, and stuff like that. And then education, and this is where the kids things come into what I was talking about earlier. You can have things on here that will entertain your kids, stuff like that. So I haven't really explored it too much. I did download a couple things for my son, but a lot of the kids things unfortunately are 99 cents or more. There's only about, I think, 24 free ones, but it is pretty interactive for them. So let's go ahead and go back to the front menu, take a look at that, and then you can go over to your settings for the internet TV, the setup, your login, your app manager. So if you want to lock or unlock or delete certain apps that you already downloaded or set on your home page, and then your properties. So the memory is just about 175 megabytes. I'm using about 43 right now, so I don't use too much. Like I said, I don't use it that much. I don't have Netflix on here, so it's not activated. And I have 11 apps as of right now. So we're going to go back to the regular home screen and scroll over. These are videos. Now, the cool thing about this is, which I didn't know until I started using it, is that it does act as a media, or it's a UPnP play. So you can play through your media servers on your computer. And I'll demonstrate that by pushing change device. As you can see, I have PS3 media server there, and if you go down, I got my C-Lane HP computer. Now PS3 media server I think works a little bit better because I do have a PlayStation. I was using it for a while with that, but it started to get a little laggy, and when I got this and saw that it had it, I loved it. Now when you select that, it goes to the PS3 media server program, which is running on my computer right now, and you can set shared folders. Now I have videos, which is on my computer, and I have L, which is my 2 terabyte hard drive, which has movies and videos and TV shows and stuff. So like if I go to TV shows, I have Prison Break on there, all the seasons, and then you can just explore the folders. Top Gear, 18 seasons in total. Select the season, and depending on how many episodes, it might take a minute to load. This one didn't have too many, and then you can just click play, and it plays right from the computer onto the Samsung. And it's flawless. It does really, really well. There's no lagging to it whatsoever unless you have a lot of bandwidth going on. I generally don't when I'm watching stuff because I don't like it to be too laggy. I know when I'm watching a movie or having some people over, I definitely almost kill everything running on my computer through the internet so I get the best connection. So the bandwidth's not too high and it's not laggy or glitchy or sketchy or anything like that. As you can see, it's running just like I'm watching on cable TV, so it's perfect. And we'll go back and take a look at some of the other folders. I had some stand-up comedies here, Gabriel Iglesias, Dane Cook, and stuff. And then we'll go back to the movies folder. I do have quite a few movies. I don't have as many as I used to, but I do have a lot. And it'll stream the movies just fine. 21 Jump Street, which just came out not too long ago, and it streams it perfectly fine. Just whatever quality you have on your videos on your computer, it's going to play the exact same quality, maybe even better through your TV. I have a 1080p LCD here, so it's going to play the best quality possible. So it works out really good for me. I love it just because I don't have to plug in any USB drives or get DVDs or anything like that, and that's why I say I don't use Netflix that much, because I just get the movies right off my computer and then just stream them through the Samsung. Now as far as streaming, you don't get that many features. You can pause it, you can play it, you can stop it, but you can't really fast forward too much or skip to a scene like you could on a DVD. I think the only thing you can do is like skip ahead like 30 seconds, which is, you know, okay, but like if you accidentally stop it, it takes a minute to skip all the way back through it because it does automatically start over. Now it is pretty late, so I'm not going to turn it up too loud, but I will say with a good movie like Avatar, Iron Man, or Rambo, or you know, Avengers or anything like that, it is going to give you an awesome sound quality in a big or small room. I'm in a 17 by 11 living room, and I've already played a couple movies on it, like Chronicle and a couple other ones, and it's really, really good. I'm really impressed with the quality. And there's a couple different settings for the audio. One of them is MP3 enhancement, so if you're listening to music, you can enhance it. The other one, which is power bass, if you want a lot of bass, which could be used if you're listening to music. The other one I use, or you can turn it completely off. The other one I use is Smart Sound. Basically what it does is it gives you the best sound for the type of audio you're listening to. If you're listening to a movie or if you're listening to music, it'll give you the best sound for that. If you don't want to use that, you can also use this. Music, movie, prologue, matrix, stereo. You know, for this case I'll put it on movie because I am watching a movie. Or you can go here, which is Symphony Hall in Boston, or another hall, you know, listening to a music hall, or you can go to a jazz club type theme, or you can go to a church or amphitheater, or you can just turn that off. I usually turn that off because it gives a pretty distinctive echo. I would only want to listen to that if I'm watching a concert or something like that. So I usually just keep it on Smart Sound, and it gives me the best for movies and TV shows and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and go back, as much as I know somebody wants to watch that movie. It's a pretty good movie. It's actually pretty friggin' hilarious. And then if you have music on your computer, whatever you're streaming from, you can stream the music as well. You can take a look at photos. Now we're going to go on the settings menu. Display. 3D, you can turn that into a 2D, a 3D, or auto. Right now I have it on 2D because I don't have a 3D TV. I will be getting one eventually. And I have it set to the inches of my TV. So you can set that to whatever you like. If you have a 55, if you have a 554, which I doubt you would have. If you have a 36 inch, or if you have a 71 inch, you know, for whatever your case is. I have a 42, so we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. And we'll go down TV aspect. I have it on 16:9 wide, which is standard for LCD or LED or plasma. Resolution, I just have it set to auto. You can set it to a specific setting, like if you want a 720, because you know your TV is automatically 720, you can do that as well. HDMI format, I don't have a monitor hooked up, so it's only on the TV, because you can use this as you can plug it in your computer if you like and use your computer monitor. Movie frame, I don't have that set on right now. Progressive mode, I have it on auto. Still mode, auto, where you can set it to frame and field. HDMI deep color, basically what it does is to output the picture from HDMI out jack with a deep color or not. Deep color allows more accurate color reproduction, so I have that set to auto. Just standard features, nothing special. Audio, speaker setting. Right now you can change, you can adjust the level of how far or how loud you want it to be. I have mine custom set up just because of how far I'm sitting. If you sit all the way in the corner of my living room, it's about 10 feet away from the TV. So I have it set up that way. And if you go to the test tone, you can listen to how loud it's going to be depending on how you set it up. So like if I go to that one, you're going to hear it way back there, or, whatever. So I'll turn that off, it's kind of loud. And then distance, you'll set up the distance. Like I said, I'm about 10 feet from the front speaker, so I set it to 8 just to be comfortable. Music room calibration. Unfortunately, like I said, it was an open box. I didn't get the mic, so I can't use the music room calibration for the mic. HDMI audio. I don't have it set that way, if I'm not mistaken. I think I have it on I have it on I have it on RCA right now, so it works that way. Dynamic range control. Basically, you can listen at low volumes but still hear dialogue clearly. I have it set to auto. Adjust the audio delay time to match the video. So like if you're watching a movie and the delay is there and you don't want to try to fix the video, you can set a delay so the audio comes in later or comes in sooner. So it's pretty cool. System, initial settings, we'll go through initial settings. Language, this is music room calibration. You set your aspect ratio, and this is your audio calibration, but like I said, I don't have the mic, so it's just gonna keep saying you don't have the mic. This is your internet connection. I don't have the Bluetooth adapter, or excuse me, wireless adapters. This didn't come with a wireless adapter, so I can't use it. So I'm just gonna select wired for now, auto. It's doing, I'm gonna go ahead and skip this because we don't need to watch the test. But I do have the internet connection through my router, so it's connected. Internet TV screen size, I have it on size 2. It's normal icons, normal widgets. Set to use convenient linked operations with other Samsung TVs using the AnyNet plus HDMI CEC feature. I don't have any other Samsung devices in the house, so I'm not going to use that. Blu-ray disc data, so if you have a Blu-ray with data on it, I don't have a Blu-ray, and so don't need that. Clock, you can set your clock. DivX R deactivation. You can deactivate the home theater and display the deactivation codes if you want to register that. I already registered it, so I don't need to do that. Network, go through your network settings and set up your network. Language, I have it all set to English. Audio, if you want to set up subtitles, you can do that. I have it on auto because I usually don't watch subtitles. You can set a parental rating, set a password, so your kids can't download anything, or they can't watch movies on here without a certain rating. Background, you can change the skin. There's a couple different ones on here. I have it set to the first one. I'm not a big picky person. Front display, dim, bright, auto. I have it set on auto, so it does it automatically. And on and off sound. And support, you can check here for software upgrades by internet. It'll go ahead and check for a software upgrade. I don't believe I have one because we just did one, but if you ever want to manually check the upgrades, you can do it yourself. It's already installed, so no worries there. We're going to go back to the home screen and we're going to take a look at the back of the unit. Now, if you take a look at the back of the unit here, we're going to kind of do this upside down. Sorry guys, I just didn't really want to disconnect anything. To my right is the proprietary power cord. You can't unplug that, so it cannot be removed. You can't use universal one, so if you mess that up, you're screwed. We have our proprietary speakers, pretty much let you know which cable goes to what and which speaker you need to hook that up to. iPod, we have the iPod cable here, which is run up to the dock, which is right here. I don't have an iPod, but the guy gave it to me, so I just kept it. I can always, if I ever want to sell it, I can throw that in there. A lot of people have iPods, I don't. This is your FM antenna. I have it hooked up just because he gave it to me. This is where the wireless card goes. You can buy the wireless card separately. I believe it's about $80. I'll have the link in the description of the video. Digital audio out, HDMI in, 2 inputs and 1 output. Now I have my output running to the TV. The 2 inputs are from my PS3 and cable box, so everything is controlled through the head unit. I like it that way. Ethernet cable, and then behind it is the USB import. Alright, now these are all your RCA video and audio jacks components. Like I said, I'm running on RCA for the audio because I just don't want to run on the HDMI. So that's pretty much it for the connections in the back. It is a pretty slim, nice unit. Like I said, I do like it a lot. As far as I know, it is 3D ready, and once I get a 3D TV, I will be sure to hook it up. Let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check out my next video. Thanks.